Apricot Princess by Rex Orange County, released in 2017, being his first studio album following his debut mixtape Because You Will Never Be Free. I love this album. There are so many reasons I love this album. It holds such a deep place in my heart. It is the first album of Rex's I listened to, and I just have so many great memories with this album. Now, instead of me just saying the reasons why I like it, let's get into some actual reasons why it's good. The production on this album is amazing. While it might not be his best compared to his recent albums, it is still great. It's such a step above Because You Will Never Be Free. And while yes, I'll give that some granted because that was just a mixtape made by him in like his bedroom. So I'll give that some slack. The songs on this album are also very diverse, with the slow beats from songs like Untitled and Happiness to the more happy and fun beats of Television and Never Enough. These lyrics are amazing. They are very hard-hitting and very relatable. And if you can relate to these lyrics, then you would love this album because it just the way it hits you. Now, I don't think Rex is the best lyricist of all time, but I don't think you can discredit his amazing lyricism and just the way he writes such hard-hitting songs. Now, like with most albums I've listened to, the first time I listened to it, it didn't really hit me. But instead of it taking 4 times to listen, the second time I listened to it really grabbed me in and made me a huge Rex fan. Now, Rex is probably one of my favorite artists as of now, and I listen to him every day. I love this album. I love his music. And so, now, you've probably heard this album before, whether you sat down to listen to it, your friend played a song to you, or you've been scrolling through TikTok and you heard the song Television, which goes like, "What about me? What about me?" Now, this album is very short. It's only 10 songs long, one of them being a 40-second interlude, and a runtime of 39 minutes. So you can get through this very easily, and I implore all of you to just sit down, listen to it. Maybe at night when you're laying in bed and you just want to like lay down and just think. Put on Apricot Princess because this is such a beautiful album. I'm like stuttering because I'm trying to find the correct words to put how much I love this album. Now, I will say before you do listen to it, if you're in like a really happy mood and you're like, I'm on top of the world, this might not be the album for you. It is kind of sad. And if you're going through some stuff, maybe wait till you have a slightly better day or a slightly worse day. I don't know. I don't really care. Listen to it or don't. I think you should. It's great. But let's just get back on track. Now, I do love most of these songs. I say most. There are some songs which I still don't love. I do like them. I do enjoy them. But I wouldn't listen to them like again and again and again. Now, I said there were 10 songs. One of them is an interlude, so we're just going to say there's 9. I have 7 of them that I listen to on the daily basis. There are 2 that I don't really... I'm not convinced yet. First, Apricot Princess, the first song on this album. I think it's good, but I still need a few more listens before it really encapsulates me. Before it brings me in. I don't know. I tried to say a big word to so people will be like, I like this Cryptic guy. He uses a big word, makes his reviews sound more valid, but it didn't work. So we'll move on. And then the song Nothing, which is the 3rd song on this album, and I do think it's the worst. Now, this brings me to my next point, the features. There are only 2 features on this album. One of them is on the song Nothing. It's a guy named, I have it written down right here, so I'm going to look, because it's someone I've never heard about. Maybe you guys have. His name is Marco McInnes. I think he's fine. I've never listened to his music. The first time I heard about him was when I listened to this. I think he doesn't do that great on the song. I don't know. I think it's fine. But this is one thing I wanted to talk about, is that I don't think Rex does good with features. I don't know. Most of his albums have like 1 or 2 features max. And so he doesn't really do it a lot. I think the songs that he features on, like the songs off Flower Boy from Tyler, the Creator, I think those are good. But I think for the most part, he does so much better on his own than with someone else. Mainly because I don't think a feature could really complement his voice and his style, since he usually gets people that are quite different from him. But enough of that. That mainly focuses on his other albums, not really this one. I just really don't like the feature on Nothing. and I think Nothing is probably the worst song. Whoa, hold on, everybody. Okay, this is post-editing Cryptic right here. As you can see, the time of day is different. I have a light. It's not the natural light coming in. I recorded this video in the morning of today, which I'm not going to tell you today. Ooh, it's a secret, but that doesn't matter. And my opinion has changed. Now, I just said that the song Nothing sucks. Well, I didn't say it sucks, but I said it's the worst on this album. And I still believe that it's the worst on this album. But my opinion has changed on it. I don't dislike it. I actually like it. I just listened to it again to make sure I still liked it and was actually going to record this again. And I do. I like it. The feature, I know I just said it ruins it. It doesn't really... I was kind of stretching that. The feature is maybe 3 or 4 lines. It's not that big of a feature, and so it doesn't really matter. I do think the song probably would be a little bit better without it. Maybe it would probably be the same, but I don't hate it. And so, yeah, my opinion on the song Nothing has changed. I still think it's the worst, but it's not that bad, and I don't think it's that mid of a song. I'd give it like a... I don't know. It's good. Anyway, that's it. Watch the rest of the video now. Now, however, there is one feature that I do like. Now, while it's not listed for some reason. I don't know why. It's on the song Sycamore Girl. Sycamore. I don't know how to say the word. It's the tree. We all know it. It's in so many songs. And it's actually his girlfriend, or his then girlfriend, Thea. I don't know her last name. I'm not going to say it. But she has a beautiful voice, and I think she really does compliment Rex. So I think I'm excited to see him, collab with more female artists, because I think their voices can do so much better with Rex's voice. I also love how vulnerable Rex is on this album, with songs like Untitled, Waiting Room, Happiness, 4 Seasons. They all have such vulnerable lyrics about love and what it is like to love. And it's just so relatable in some sense. I think this album is so much better if you have experienced a heartbreak or are currently going through one. I think this album is amazing because you can just sit down, you can listen to it, you can cry to it, you can do whatever you want to it, you can sing it, anything. And it's just an amazing experience. Now, I've already said how I think Rex is an amazing songwriter, and I know I did say I don't think he's the best lyricist, and that's true. I don't think songwriting and lyricism go hand in hand. I think lyricism is more of using metaphors. Jid, Kendrick are amazing lyricists, but they're also great songwriters. I think Rex is an amazing songwriter, but he doesn't really use big metaphors or lyrics that really make you think. He kind of just tells you. And I know it kind of sounds like I'm saying this is a good thing, but I personally don't think it is. I think lyricism is probably the best part about music, is the lyrics and how people can show these emotions. And I think he does a great job, but I think he also could do better at being more intricate with it, using more things like double entendres and all of that music stuff that you probably heard a lot about. But enough of that. Let's just get on to the rating. I'm going to give Apricot Princess by Rex Orange County a 10 out of 10. I love this album, and I know I'm probably a little biased, so take this with a grain of salt, but I don't really care. I love Apricot Princess. I love Rex Orange County. I think this album is amazing. Now, this is the same setup as the editor note that I changed nothing on, because I was originally going to give this album a 9 out of 10, and that was just because of the song Nothing. Now, I compared it to Igor with one mid-song away from being perfect, but I listened to that song 2 more times, and I enjoy it now. I won't listen to it again a whole lot like I do the other songs, but I will not skip it when it comes on, and I like it. I think the feature is fine, and yeah. I love this album. I don't think it is perfect, but it is amazing. Now, this is the first 10 I've given on the channel. There'll probably be more to come, but a 10 doesn't mean that I wouldn't change anything about it. There are still some things on this album that I would change, but I think this album deserves a 10 because of how amazing it is. Like I said in the whole video, the lyrics are so hard-hitting, they're very relatable, and all that. The production is great, the beats are great, and all the songs are just really good. But that is all for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please put in the comments some albums that you like. What would you give this album? Have you listened to it? Have you not listened to it? do you... I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I was going to say something, but I kind of forgot. Just put some albums you want in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.